What is going on, everybody? So, I don't want to make this a very long video, but those of you that know me at all, really well, whatever, you know that I have a great sense of respect for our military, and I have a great love for the country that I live in, which, if you can tell by my accent already, that is the United States of America. But anyway, I don't want to make this a very long video. The date is November 11th, 2023. And obviously you should know it's Veterans Day, so obviously you should know what this post is about. It's a video post, whatever. This is a Veterans Appreciation video, I guess. I don't want to make it very long, but I just wanted to throw it out there and give my thanks to our military, my welcome home, all that, you know, because military service, I have never been in the military myself. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I just haven't been able to do it for reasons I won't go into, maybe someday, but I'm not at that stage yet. But see, I have a brother that's in the Army National Guard. I have my grandfather was in the Air Force during Vietnam, and his father before him was in the U.S. Army Air Corps during World War II, and the list goes on and on and on. Long story short, my family has kind of a military history, a military background, but yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say, but I just want to throw out an appreciation for our veterans out there that went above and beyond for this country, the United States, and it wasn't easy. I wasn't in the military to know, but I know it wasn't easy. Sacrifices had to be made. People died for our country. And honestly, there's no, I don't know the word I'm trying to use. There's no greater price that could possibly be paid for the freedoms that we enjoy today. For me and you. But yeah, if you know anything about history, which I hope you at least have a general knowledge of it, that's why I have my Collins History Archives channel. That's why I have history videos on this channel, which I want to make more. Now I just, and general knowledge of history, so you know that, people, took the call and stood up for their country and for our freedoms when our country most desperately needed them. And they did it. And they were brave. And they served well. I have known very many veterans during my lifetime. I've known veterans from Vietnam and Korea and World War II, and present-day veterans, Iraq and Afghanistan. And I've known veterans, and if you see a veteran, you know, if you ever see a veteran walking down the street, no matter who it is, World War II veteran, Vietnam, whatever, you know, just walk up to him and shake his hand, tell him you appreciate them. Because they one time stood up for their country in a most dark hour. Many of them did. Obviously, if you know anything about World War II, those World War II veterans, yeah, you get the idea. But I'm applying this to all veterans from all wars, past, present. They've really put a lot on the line for us, and that shouldn't be taken for granted. A lot of times, lot of times their sacrifices, the things they sacrifice, their service that they've made to our country has been taken for granted in a lot of different ways, and especially in today's world. I keep almost losing my train of thought, but yeah, I don't want to make this a long video. I'm almost done with it, but I just want to throw it out there how much I appreciate our veterans, the living and the dead, in past, present, and future. Because without them, we probably wouldn't have a United States of America. Let me be honest. And I know there's a lot of division happening in our country right now. Probably more division than we've seen since the Civil War. People don't see eye to eye. People cannot seem to find common ground. But that's not what this video is about. But still, but I know that we all have our differences politically, religiously, whatever it may be. But I'm just asking that we can all maybe come together for one day and pay respects to the people that fought and died for our country. Men and women. Black and white. They've all made sacrifices. And I am grateful for every single one of them. The people in my family and abroad. Anyway, do some research about what prices were paid for our country. Just some simple history. You don't have to be a genius. Just, a knowledgeable history of what happened, of what these men went through. And just, if you see one walking down the street one day, just walk up to them and shake their hand. Tell them thank you. Well, tell them, most importantly of all, welcome home. Because to them and to many of us others, there is no place like home quite like the United States of America. And that, even with all the divisions going on in our country, that remains true to me to this day. But anyway, yeah. Because we celebrate Veterans Day every year on November 11th. We celebrate Veterans Day because, for one, it was over 100 years ago that on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, and that would be November 11th, 1918, when the armistice went into effect and the fighting stopped in World War I. Okay, that's, for those of you that didn't know that is why Veterans Day is celebrated today. And World War I could effectively be brought to a close. So anyway, yeah, I didn't mean for the video to be this long, but I rambled on a little bit because I just wanted to get on here, make an appreciation post for veterans on Veterans Day, and I plan on releasing this video on Veterans Day. And this is gonna be unedited, just me talking. But yeah, like I said, you see a veteran, just walk up to them. You don't have to ask them about their life story or anything like that. They want to tell you that's their business. But just all you gotta do, walk up to them, shake their hand. Just tell them you appreciate them. Anyway, that's all I wanted to get on here about. I wasn't planning on really making any videos on Veterans Day, but it was just kind of a last-minute thought while I was driving home from getting some lunch. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and make sure the veterans know that they are appreciated and loved. That's all any of us can do to return the favor, the enormous favor. It is an enormous favor that we cannot possibly repay in full. but we can do our part to make sure that they are appreciated. And we can do our part to make sure that our country is left a better place for our children and our grandchildren. Anyway, that's all I wanted to get on here about. I made a 10-minute video, but whatever. I just wanted to make an appreciation post for veterans. Anyway, I hope you have an awesome day. And happy Veterans Day. And thank you.